Hello, chat. Hi. Okay. my AC is on, so I apologize preemptively for that sound. I'm not turning it off because it's so hot. Oh wait, my music might be a little bit loud. Sorry about that. Anyways, hello friends. It's been a bit. Hi. Oh my gosh. I need to like fix my... There we go. I can't wait to watch a stream because I need to sleep. Oh, okay, no worries. Chat, I'm so... Also, my hair. Oh my god. You know, I was trying to go for a little bit of a witchy look, and every single time I do, my hair decides to do its own thing in the look, and I don't know. I love your makeup today. Thank you. I just got really bored and decided to do my makeup, and then I was like, well... Since I did my makeup, I might as well stream, I guess. Like, yeah, but I feel like my hair is a mess. But there's really nothing I can kind of do about it because that is just, in fact, my hair texture. I have a lot of people be like, oh my god, is it fried? And I'm like, no, it's just like that. I don't know. Everyone says I have, like curly hair, but then I put curly hair products and it doesn't work. I think I just have frizzy hair naturally, which is unfortunate. But I've had it since I was like 12, so I just kind of deal with it at this point. I'm never so sure. This is also like the longest I've had my hair. I don't know what people with long hair do when they stream. Like, do they put it up? I don't know. I feel like an idiot, chat. Okay, well anyways, let me make a quick tweet. I feel like I haven't streamed in ages, so I probably should say something on Twitter, because that's, I guess, what people do still. I say Twitter, but, you know. Okay, I will make a quick tweet about that. 1 second, chat. Hi there, I found your YouTube channel recently and I love your videos. Excited to get to stream? Oh my gosh, welcome! Yeah, anyone who's from YouTube, you should say hi. Okay, wait, actually, chat, out of curiosity, if you could just type in chat where specifically you found my content first. I think that'd be a fun little warm-up. Also, I feel like it'll explain the age of how long you've been following me. Because anyone from YouTube should only be about 2 years. Make sure there's no sensitive information on my There we go. YouTube? Oh my god, most of you guys are YouTube, so you must be like, I say like young fans, but I more so mean like young in the sense of you've only been following me for a few years, versus there are some people here who have been throughout my entire Twitch journey, which is about 5 years. Okay. Let's get into Minecraft. I've been working on a recreation of my Mastering Magic house in vanilla because I've had so many people ask me, they're like, can I have the world download for this? And I was like, I would love to do it, but then that mod pack is so unstable. So I've been working on a recreation of it in... Oh, 1 second. Yo, hi Alice!
Snip stream,
Here, let me switch to this and then bring this to the over here so that I can... 1 second, I have to turn off my depth of field. Is it also gonna pick up my game? There we go. And then let me... I think I had my saturation turned up because I was doing some stuff. But this is my work in progress of my Mastering Magic house that you guys might remember. I'm trying to recreate it in vanilla. I have to really quickly pull up the actual other, like the other house on here, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. I have to pull up the other house on my side so that I can actually see what I'm doing and how it looks, because I don't remember what my own building looks like. Open folder. screenshots. I'm also thinking about using some display entities to make it like extra silly. Okay. I'm using my own build as a reference. There we go. Just like right there. But you're building the MM house for the, yeah, I'm building it for vanilla, and for TikTok and for my Patreon members. Cause I've had, like I said, I've had a lot of people request it, and then they're like, I'm like, so about that, this world is so broken. I don't think I've ever like explained this, but every single time I go to film Mastering Magic, I have to like basically troubleshoot my own world. It's really bad. You would think that I would, I don't know, like have been better about it, but that's the whole point about a mod pack with a gazillion magic mods. Luckily, I feel like looking at it, it's not too different from like something I could build in vanilla. So I feel like this is going to be a breeze. The hardest part is going to be the, you know, framing and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of how this fence looks, so I might do some wizardry with my own wizardry to make it how I want it to be. Like, I need to get all of the mangrove pieces out for easy access. 1 second. We're doing a classic block palette moment, I guess. Yeah, the main reason why I also want to build it in survival, or not in survival, in vanilla, is because then people who use Bedrock can also have access to it. Hey, Steph, I wish I could say that I'm at Comic-Con. That sounds awesome. Have fun at Comic-Con. I wish I was at Comic-Con. Oh my god, that reminds me, chat. I have a huge announcement. I'm going to TwitchCon San Diego. I haven't been to the NA TwitchCon in about, I don't know. I want to say 3 years. I think the last time I went to an NA TwitchCon was 2022. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to be in some stuff that I don't think I'm allowed to tell you about yet, but there will be opportunities to see me and things. I don't think I'll be doing a meet and greet, just because as you guys know, I have a very sensitive immune system, and a lot of like physical contact like that isn't that great for me. Also, admittedly, I'm gonna be really real with you, chat. Listen, I love my other content creators, and I admire them so much for what they do, but I think I am just quite literally too autistic for meet and greets. They're way too overwhelming for me. As much as I love them, like as much as I love meeting fans and stuff like that, like I get so overwhelmed and so anxious. So I'm not putting myself through it this year. I'm just saying, you know, whatever. I forgot to follow you on my new account. Hi, hello. Man, I hate being broke. I get it. It's, I say I get it. Then I'm like a whole YouTuber, but yeah, in this economy, chat, in this economy, you could be a whole YouTuber and still feel like, oh yeah, I feel that in my soul. Shout out to groceries. in this economy, listen, I probably would be in a better stance if I could post more on YouTube, but unfortunately I have this disease where everything needs to be perfect and I need to take my time on everything. It's so funny. Oh my god, chat. I've been a lot of friends in the YouTube space over specifically the past few months, and it's been so nice. Can I just say, like, YouTubers are actually pretty good. Like, I know that there's like the whole bit about like Minecraft YouTubers and being certain ways, but I think, you know, meeting a bunch of people from the Minecraft YouTube community who don't really have other social presence, they're all very nice. They're all very down-to-earth people. I recently went on a vacation. Well, it wasn't a vacation. It was like a it was like a sponsored thingy that I had to do. But when I went on it, I got to hang out with Bionic and his girlfriend Andy. You guys probably know Andy. She's been a close friend of mine for a while now. It's just so lovely, such a lovely experience. But the main thing is they're all very passionate about YouTube, and they're like, oh my god, like you should totally post more, and then you could do this and you could do this, and they're offering me like all of this advice, which obviously is coming from only the kindest of places. And then I'm like, oh, see, that would involve me posting more, and unfortunately I have perfectionism disease, so that's very difficult for me. But good news is video very soon. I'm really, really happy with it. I actually thought that today would be like a great way to, take a break from working on it. I've been doing a lot of animating, so my brain is a little bit fried from that. But I've been having so much fun. I think, chat, the hardest part about this video for me is like kind of breaking out of certain content creator ideas. Like when you're in the content creator space, right, you learn a lot about like how content is supposed to look and how it's supposed to feel. And I think one of the biggest things has always been like the Mr. Beast style of editing, really, really fast, and something's always happening and it's so overwhelming and dramatic. And I think the hardest part for me has been kind of trying to make a piece of content that is still interesting and captivating, but also like a little bit slower and a little bit calmer. And so I've been trying to, hype myself up and be like, okay, Cassie, it doesn't need to be boom, 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 boom. Like it can be slower. Like your audience will appreciate that. So I'm really working hard on that. I think that's going to be a really large aspect of this video, is some calmness. I want nature documentary style with nice voice background. Trust me, I'm getting there. I just like videos like that so much. I like the calmness. Yeah, I'm trying. We're trying, especially since like I think obviously we work really hard to make our videos very visually appealing, and so sorry, I'm also like looking at this reference right now, like trying to figure out what I did. Like, hello, Sniff? Yeah, anyways, we've been working really hard, and especially since our videos are so visually beautiful, we want to kind of really highlight that and let that take more time up on the screen. Okay, I think this goes like here. I'm looking at the reference. A lot of people are trying to get into that slower vibe. Life is so full of so much deadlines and fast-paced things. It's difficult, but good for brain long term. Exactly. I have been thinking, chat, okay, maybe it's the existential AI dread, right? But I've been thinking so much about brain health recently. Like, maybe it's also the fact that I, like, got a concussion and kind of, like, had to take a step back, but I've been thinking so much about brain health. And when I say brain health, I more so mean like mental health, but not in the way of like anxiety and stuff like that, but more like in like our brain doing weight training, basically, our brains needing to exercise. And I've been thinking so much about that recently, and like, how can I exercise my brain? How can I challenge myself? Because I think something that we've sort of lost the art of as a whole is like the art of challenging ourselves, the art of doing something that's difficult yet engaging. And I think that's like one thing that this video that I've been working on has been really helpful for me, is kind of doing something that genuinely was hard, because our brains need challenge. Our brains need that sort of difficulty. Like, I think that's the hard thing, is that we've been taught we're not supposed to struggle, like that failing or struggling is bad, when in fact it's like the best thing that we can kind of do for our brain. Because if we struggle on something and then we figure it out, we get a huge dopamine rush and blah 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 blah, our brain's very happy. And I think that's an art we've sort of lost, or if it's an art that we believe we need structured environments for, you know, like school, or college, same thing. May recommend a game called Gardenscapes. Sometimes it's very frustrating, but you build a garden while playing a matching game. That sounds lovely. Is it a Mastering Magic video? No, unfortunately, it is a build video. I already wanted Mastering Magic episode 4 to be out by now, but like I said, everything got delayed, mostly because of my concussion, and then also because I was kind of running around doing a bunch of stuff for Mojang in March, so I didn't get like an opportunity to work on any of my own content throughout the entirety of March, which was, yeah. The social pressure of first perfection compared with my anxiety is the worst combo. I totally get that. But like that is one thing where it's like you kind of just need exposure therapy. And that's and here's the thing. The hardest part about like exposure therapy and like cognitive behavioral therapy is that like there's still the opportunity for us to mess up. And so what really then becomes important is creating environments where we can mess up without consequence. You know, I had this really, really lovely interview the other day with this podcast that you guys will be able to hear soon, I hope. It was a very, very wonderful experience. And I honestly have to thank the team at Mojang for recommending me for it. But I was talking about like Minecraft and how it's just so lovely that it is that an environment where you can fail, right? Like video games themselves are environments for us. They're sandboxes, they're playgrounds, they're places where we can experiment with not like who we are and what we like to do without actual consequences. And I think that that's really the draw of most sandbox games. And I mean, I think that's why people like Minecraft roleplay, like why people like building, you know, like how long have you played? I'm assuming you're all asking like, how long have I played Minecraft? I've been playing Minecraft since the beta in 2009. I was 6 when Minecraft first entered beta. My sister, I think she started playing it, I think, because her middle school crush was playing it. And, you know, like the younger sibling thing. If my sister gets into something, well, I do too, because, you know, sibling rules and whatnot. And so my sister got into Minecraft, and then I did too. And unfortunately, she kind of got out of it eventually, but I never did. I was stuck with it. Skyrim side quest fever happened IRL. Yeah, literally. Another, or it's like Preston Garvey. Another settlement needs your help. I'm sure nobody's gonna get that joke, but if you do, please give yourself a pat on the back. Okay. What did I do here? I'm like so lost at looking at my own build. You know, you'd think that I'd be better at this, but I guess not. Also, like, I don't even know what I was doing when I built this at the time. I remember, chat, the thing is whenever I'm building something, chances are I was also like watching something. And I'm like 80% sure. I remember one of the things that I was watching during this was like a recap on the like Sabrina Carpenter, like Olivia Rodrigo drama, because I had never heard of it before. And Sabrina Carpenter was like, it was right before Espresso. And that's all that I remember for some reason. Oh wait, I think this is gonna be... I did some interesting curve here. And then like this. That looks about right from what I can tell. Me building a castle in Bedrock Minecraft. Oh my gosh, chat. If you, by the way, are thinking about building a castle in Minecraft, I must recommend to you, my friend Ross made this amazing video that's all about building castles in Minecraft. It's so good. If you have time after the stream, go watch it. It's the only castle building guide you'll ever need, I swear. I think we should even follow it on stream sometime. I think that'd be really fun. Because I used to be a castle builder. Castles used to be all that I built, and then I don't know what happened. I think I found mushroom houses, and then I realized that I could in fact build mushroom castles instead. I still have my mushroom chateau piece that I made like super long ago on stream. When I do builds, I attach the memory of what I was listening to the thing I was making. I do that too. It's also why I used to draw in class, because my teachers would get so mad at me. They'd be like, "Why are you drawing?" But they couldn't do anything about it because I was, you know, a top grade student. And so little did they know, I was taking notes basically. That was my way of digesting information, was through creating a visual imagery alongside it. Shout out to those who do that. Ross, I love Ross. Chat, I love Ross so much. You guys have no idea. That is my homegirl right there. I'm a Ross cover stan. What can I say? Okay, and then we're gonna do some custom windows, I think, with display entities. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure yet. This is looking pretty similar, I think. I keep checking the measurements to make sure I've got it right. Obviously, it doesn't have the modded elements to it, like the neat little windows and whatnot, but that's just the Industrial Revolution and its consequences. I don't know. Let's see. Now we'll have this. No, this. I'm gonna make weird faces while I build, chat. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I think that's correct. Okay, yep, I remember now. And then this goes out one. Mm-hmm. And then Snifferish doesn't remember. Okay, wait, no, then it goes in. And so what is Sniff building today? I'm building my Mastering Magic house, but in vanilla Minecraft, so that people can download it, because everyone's been asking me and I feel guilt. Okay. And I have to repeat it on this side. This house was so complicated to build in survival, and for some reason I feel like building it in creative somehow is more difficult. I'm also going to slightly modify the design, because I've talked a bit about this in my Mastering Magic videos, but I'm not always like super proud of that house for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because I have a really hard time with like seeing bigger picture of the build in survival, and so therefore I feel like the overall composition of it isn't exactly what I want it to be. But that is one of the main reasons why I'm so excited for the Happy Gas, because I feel like I can actually, like, you know, have an easy way of flying out like this and kind of seeing the big picture. But it's so gorgeous and fits the theme so well. I know. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I feel like once the series is concluded and I've like built out every single room, I'll be so in love with it, you know? I think it's just in the current state that it is. I get it like that. Okay. Now, here's a question. What happened with the frame here? Okay, so it goes... It actually goes like this. When is the next magic video? I don't know. I'm sorry. We're finishing the current video we're working on, and then I'm doing a short little art video. It is Minecraft related, but it has some artistic elements to it. And then that's going to be edited while I do Mastering Magic, just because I think Ars Nouveau is going to be a really big mod. And as you guys know, like the last really large mod I tackled in Mastering Magic took a really long time. So we want to make sure that we have something that's like working in the editing production line. That's not what I meant to do. I'm trying to exit this. In the editing production line while I'm filming such a large video. I'm also going to be binding another book. And this time I am recording it again so that people can see how I do it. Because that was another really requested thing. Which I get. The Britannia book is like one of my coolest things. I'd love to show it to people when they come over to my house. I'm such a nerd, dude. I'm like, guys, look at my Minecraft book. Guys, my Minecraft book. Look at my Minecraft book. What can I say? I am a bit of a mega nerd. Wait, does it go? I think that the... Oh, I see what I did. Okay. So actually, surprise here. This is one block out this way. And then this whole back piece is moved forward. Look at my silly trinkets that I made is a common thing. I'm really big on trinkets and silly trinkets. I'm definitely like a little crow. I go to thrift stores and I find tiny little worthless things and I say, this is very precious to me. And then I take it. I'm trying to think about my most recent finds. I found this little gold deer. Like, I think it's like a paperweight. I don't know. It's just a little statue. And I was like, this is adorable. I'm taking this. Okay. I like how I built all of this and then chose to do the roof on stream as if that's like not my least favorite thing to build, and I've said that multiple times. What can I say? I'm a very intelligent person, chat. Just save the things that I hate the most for stream, I guess. By the zine I made about you, wait, but the zine I made about you saved my butt in my review to stain. That's awesome. Wait, oh my god, that's awesome. Holy cow, I love that zine. I oh my gosh. I guess I read butt as bi, but I genuinely need to print it out at some point. I feel like that it should go in the Snifferish. I love printing stuff out, chat. I actually, you're gonna laugh at me, but I like very regularly print out fan art. I bought a membership with my local print shop because I get deals on prints and stuff like that, or I think I get like free monthly prints at this point. So I just spontaneously go over there and print random things. It's very fun. I love having physical copies of things. I don't know why. I just think that like, oh my god, I forgot that I love this song, but the opening speaking part really throws me off. Okay, and then oh, I keep opening Axiom. Anyways, yeah, I love having physical copies of things. I have a little photo album full of Snifferish fan art and stuff because I'm sentimental as well. Yeah, I'm a very tactile person, so I'm with you, chat, on that in terms of like having physical media. I've been really okay. So chat, as I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like collecting vinyls. I've been doing it since I was about 16. I'm trying to think. When did I get my record player? I think 2019. So I would have been, I think, 16. And oh man, I love collecting vinyls so much. And very recently, Bones and I bought a receiver, and I repurposed. I don't know what the word would be. I redid some speakers, so they were old and a little bit broken, and the veneer was peeling off and stuff like that. And so I brought them home. I redid the grill, which is like the fabric piece that you see on the speaker, and then I refinished the wood. And it looks very gorgeous, and so I've been listening to a lot more vinyl records recently because it just sounds so lovely. And yeah, that's my little story, I guess, of what I've been up to aside from working. Every now and then, it's so chat. I'm sure you'll feel this in your soul, because I know that this is a very common experience. But I have this issue where, like, if I'm doing something that's not work, I feel guilty sharing it, because in my brain I'm like, oh well, I should be sharing that I'm doing work, you know, like maybe people will think I'm not working if I share something else. But it's like, that's stupid, because everybody needs time to not work and to do things other than the thing that they do for a living. And so I'm trying to get out of that mindset and also share some of the other art projects that I've worked on and stuff like that. Yeah. Physical copies are amazing. You could just place it around and see it. Yeah, like I could put it on my dining room table. Or not my dining room table, my coffee table. I'm a big coffee table guy. I love leaving random things on my coffee table, and then making people see them. Which I know is like kind of the point. But I like regularly swap out the books there and stuff like that, because I do genuinely have people who like to go through them. Because I also do collect art books, chat, if I've mentioned that. I collect a lot of things. I might be a little bit of a collector. Chat, do you guys collect anything? Please say yes so that I can feel normal. That'd be very helpful. Yes, just yes. You're just like, you're not gonna elaborate. Okay. What did I do? I guess I should just build up the Sorry, I'm looking at the trying to figure out when did I transition from working with slabs to stairs. Also, I think I do want to integrate a different technique into the one of my favorite techniques recently to like kind of make like a shingly pattern has been like doing different levels. So like this. You guys might have seen this on a lot of my recent builds because I'm kind of obsessed with it. I think it does require it. But okay, wait, what if I did, I think because this is a larger build, I should do like every 2 maybe? Like so? Yeah. I'm thinking. I collect crochet items so I can make more crochet items. I love crocheting. Chat, I've been back into crocheting recently. I started working on a cardigan. Just randomly. I hope I actually finish it this time. I have a really bad habit of not finishing projects. One of my greatest flaws, truly. And yeah, I've been trying to, you know, not do that. But with this project, I'm like kind of forcing myself to, because I have the consequence of I spent a lot of money on yarn, and if I don't finish it, then that would be rude to the yarn. That's what I'm telling myself. And I don't want to disrespect the yarn, chat. Okay, do you see? Like, I'm kind of doing that to add some, like, texture to the roof. I've been known to make a blanket or two. I've been making... What have I been making? Well, aside from the cardigan, I like to make a lot of sweater vests. I'm a big sweater vest guy all of a sudden. I don't know why. I think it's because, you know, when I think about my gender presentation, I try to be very, like... I don't know. You guys definitely see me a lot more femme than I present in my everyday life. But I try to do a lot of, like combination clothing. So, like, frilly with more masculine, more boxy things. And for me, the main way I normally achieve that is through a large sweater vest, which I do appreciate and enjoy. So, that's my tangent for you guys. Been trying to make those, except they're very difficult. Also, admittedly, I'm not the best crocheter. I was taught by my very, very, very French grandmother, and I think that she'd be very disappointed if she saw half my stitches at this point. Do I want to do... I'm trying to figure out if I do this to create I do like it. I think it's a little bit... might be too high. Hi, what are we building? I'm building my Mastering Magic mansion in vanilla Minecraft. I'm going to buy a bunch of yarn for a cardigan soon. Dude, I have been trying to use more natural fibers. Because I find this acrylic, especially, it's very soft, but my skin doesn't like it. I also can't stand the texture of polyester. I'm very sensitive to textiles. And so that means that my options are cotton and and wool. And that also happens to be the most expensive yarn options. So that's why I was saying earlier, I'm like, I feel like I have to really commit to projects because I typically am spending quite a bit on yarn. And I don't like it to go to waste. You know, I probably could be using like Axiom or World Edit right now to make this whole process easier, but sometimes I really just like placing all of the blocks myself. I don't love the feel of acrylic, but I'm not sure what to use for my cardigan because wool is itchy. Well, okay, you actually have to look for the good wool. And then also on top of that, it really depends because some wool will get softer if you block it, which is when you like... Actually, you probably know what that is. Chat, for those who don't know what blocking is, it's when you like use water and sometimes chemicals to define your stitches a little bit more and also, you know, get the piece that you're working on to sort of stay in place. You ever see people like make granny squares and they like put them on little pegboards? That's blocking. Yeah. Oh, so you're making a vanilla version? Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm a bit late to answering that, but ooh, I love how this roof looks. See, and this is why I can't let go of this style right now. It's just, it's so whimsical. I love it. The roof is going to be a little bit darker. I'm also going to add in normal nether bricks afterwards, you know, for a sort of like variated texture. But that's an afterwards thing. Right now I'm just doing this. I think that's a good way of blending it. I'm not so sure. How has your day been going? It's been good. I woke up and hung out with Bones for a bit. We have been they like Warframe, if you're familiar with that game, and so they've been watching the live stream from the convention that's been going on, and I've been kind of following along too, even though I don't play that game. But I like, you know, people talking about stuff, so there we go. And obviously I hang out with the cats, which is something I try to do every morning pretty much, because they are needy, demanding little freaks. Such is life. Many such cases. Yeah. I also heard cotton is really tough. Is there a good brand for it? I don't know. I don't really follow yarn brands. I also try to thrift yarn sometimes. You should also try looking into that. Because you'd be surprised how much yarn ends up in thrift stores. My cats are also very needy. Yeah. It was Bug's birthday recently. She's 2. So that was cool. She's getting old. She's about to enter her, like, teenage years, I guess, is what it would be, I think. And so I'm looking forward to that. And by that I mean very sarcastically, not so, because she already is a pain in the ass. I don't need her to be a teenager and be a pain in the ass, but, you know. I'm excited though, because it also means that, you know, it's probably about like 1 year of her being chaotic, and then she'll start to calm down, hopefully. There really isn't much much I can do in that sense. I just need to wait, and then even then she might not, so who knows. My bug is orange, so, you know. Okay, I don't know how I want to do the roof over here. I need to just get over myself and do it, but I don't want to, but I need to. So is this... Okay, I'll just slowly build this up like I did over there. Oh my gosh, finally made it to the stream, welcome! We are just building and yapping. I was in a very talkative mood this morning, so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll stream for the first time in ages. I'm not as well practiced at it, so I apologize if I randomly, you know, lose my train of thought or anything like that. I admit, chat, I'm not in my prime as I used to be, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. And I enjoy talking with you guys. I think it's, you know, a really good time to connect with the community. Recommendation, don't go outside in the summer. Dude, I already got that covered, don't worry. I'm like basically allergic to the sun, so I kind of don't go outside normally. I'm normally inside from like the months of May. Like, I'd say September to May is when I start to go outside. But from May to September, I actually normally try to stay inside because I'm very, very, very pale. And like I said, partially allergic to the sun. I have very, very low heat tolerance. How many cats do you have? I have 3. I have Satsuki, who we also call Stinky. Not because she is stinky. I swear, she's actually our cleanest cat. I don't know what happened there. Bones came up with the nickname and it just stuck. And I do feel a little bit bad about it, but it's also really funny. So, yeah. So we have Stinky / Satsuki. And then we have Bug, who is our orange little kitty. And then we have Big Guy, or Maya. And he, believe it or not, was very big. He is a grumpy little old man. He's about to turn 10 this year. And Stinky, I believe, is 4. Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. Stinky is a very common kitty nickname, yeah. It also just, like, she just responds to it now, so it's like, well, I guess there's really nothing we can do. I'm trying to remember how I want to integrate this. If you see my face of extreme concentration, it's because I don't know how to blend this roof the way that I want to, but I'm going to figure it out. My family likes to call the pet smelly little man and scoundrel. Bones has just been calling Bug Butt recently, which is a very deserved nickname. She is wholeheartedly a pain in the ass. Like, I have never met such a mischievous little cat in my life. Like, it's so funny because, like, you know, we joke, you know, orange cat, no brain cell. Bug does have a brain, and she just uses it for evil. She just uses it to torture us. It's always for evil. Giving my cat a nickname is cute, but I've called my cat Egg a few too many times and she reacts to that more than her name. Dude, that's how it is with Big Guy. Big Guy's name is Maya, and he responds to Big Guy now. So that happened. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not so sure. I'm also totally winging this. Like, I don't remember how I built this house at all, so I'm just like kind of guessing it. I probably should have more reference photos than the amount that I have, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I don't remember if this repeats on the back. I think it does. I feel like it has to. I feel like it, yeah. The house reminds me of your Magic House series, but that's probably just the roof. Babes. This is a recreation of my Magic House from that series. This is in fact of like a full recreation. That's why it's in the corner there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just giggling. It's okay. I just wanted people to have access to it because everyone kept asking. I think I did slightly modify the interior layout though. Hello? Obviously there are lots of things that are different. You know, the Magic House one was built with limestone. That's a create stone, so I don't have access to it in vanilla. Can Minecraft make a light warm stone, please? You know what? Something should be done about this. I will bring this up to my I'm not sandstone. I don't like sandstone. I mean, I do. I'm using it right now. But you know, I feel like they should add limestone. I feel like we need some, yeah. That skeleton best pay rent. Well, yeah, there is a skeleton who does pay rent in my real house. Okay. I see a mistake here. I think that this should actually... This should be 2 because that's how it is on the other side. So give me a second here, chat, to fix this. Okay, and then... So see, it turns to 1s right here, but then outside of it, it's supposed to be 2s. Which also means that this should be... There we go. Got it. Honestly, would love some more Minecraft rocks to chew on. I think that they should make sedimentary rock formations too. I think that Minecraft should get more geological. Just because. Just because I asked very nicely. No other reason, just because I asked nicely. I don't remember what over here looks like in the build. I love this build, actually. I take it back. Everything I said earlier about disliking it, I was wrong. I've made a severe lapse in my judgment. Okay, if we could make half of this, I think I should be able to, like, flip it, you know, in my mods. Mojang should add every rock, all of them. Yeah, real. Every rock ever. I will not stop until we have the full periodic table. Uranium fever, yes! Guys, when are we gonna build nuclear? When are we gonna learn nuclear power in Minecraft? When are we gonna build some nuclear reactors? I think this is how this side of the roof looks. I'm pretty sure it then just goes to the other side. I wish I had a photo because I genuinely cannot remember what it looks like. That's my bad. All I have is that one front-facing photo, so rip me, I guess. Is this... Okay, so these are even, so this means that this is going to be the middle point. So I'm just gonna bring this up. And I'm actually gonna get rid of this whole line right here. Okay, so we'll build half of it, focus on, you know, building half, and then flip it. Cause I can do that, cause I'm not building in survival. Isn't life beautiful? And then let me get more pale. I love pale oak so much, chat. If you've been a long time viewer, you'll know that I have been begging for like a white wood in Minecraft for ages. And then they finally added it, and I said, wow, thank you guys. You did this for me. They didn't actually do it for me, but, you know. They did it for the people. How many mods are in your Mastering Magic series? Oh gosh, here I can actually look at my mod rent right now and tell you that it's 259. And that changes. I think I removed some and also added some, so yeah. I will say it is a butt of a mod pack to update. What do you think about the other parts of the update, like the new flowers and the leaf litter? Well, you know, I did have the honor of going to Mojang Studios and being part of their, like, Minecraft Live for announcing the Spring to Life update. And I, like, completely unironically, it is one of my favorite little small drops that they've done. Because I've always loved, you know, like... I don't know. I've always really liked environmental things, and like the leaf litter. My only thing is that I hope we can get green leaf litter, you know, like just different colors and stuff like that. But the little flowers I really love, and the animal variants are also really important to me. I don't think I made it into the final recording, but the cool chicken is one of my favorite things that they've added to Minecraft in a while. Because I live in a very cold climate, and so those chickens are everywhere here. And I just think that they're so funny with their, like, plumage and stuff. They just look so silly. And I love silly little guys. And so that's, like, literally the definition of a silly little guy is that stupid chicken. Okay, and I don't remember what happened... Okay, so it does look like I have some form of mimicry of this side. Let's see if I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be... I swear I'm doing something important here, chat. Actually, I think I might just leave it there since I think it is going to go a little bit higher. But this should be about where the like flat area starts. And then we transition to it going from this way. This is gonna look a little bit wonky, so bear with me. Trying to figure out what I did here. There's like a strange angle going on here that I cannot remember for the life of me what I did for it. Also, sorry if you heard my stomach growl. Hiya, Steph. Oh, hi, Stam. Sorry, I got really focused on Minecraft there for a second. I don't know how long ago you said that. I promise I wasn't trying to air you. I just get really focused. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm so locked in. Okay, and then... this will build out this way, and then it should have a... This will just go straight across. Yep, okay. Very interesting roof angle we've got going on here. Oh, no worries. I could tell roofs require you to be locked in. Dude, tell me about it. Like... Okay. This looks like a mess. We'll figure it out. I think... I want to say it starts a little bit higher than that. Does that mean I have to redo everything? Do I want to redo everything? I don't know. Okay, I'll do it. Chat. It's deceptive. I'm guessing since you're working on it, you haven't seen Superman yet. Yeah, I haven't. Chad, I really want to see Superman. I really, really, really want to see Superman. Chat, I don't know if you know this, but I know that, okay, and I know that everyone's been saying that they're not in the same universe, but hot take, I don't care. I love The Batman 2022. It is one of my favorite movies ever because I love detective things, and I don't know, it's just a good movie, right? Like, I'm kind of obsessed with it. When the new movie comes out, I will be building the Batcave in Minecraft. Nobody can stop me. So, of course, I am super excited for Superman. Also, because I heard that it's woke. And I'm excited. Because I think that's what superhero film should be. I think that a lot of original superhero like themes and such were about, you know, I don't know, whatever the hell the book is about. I know what it is, but you know what I mean. There's no other way to describe it other than that. But so yes, I'm excited. I also think that David Cornsweet, is that how I say his name? I think he is a phenomenal actor. Every interview I've seen of him, he is absolutely adorably charming. And he just looks like an absolute sweetheart. Yeah. They are, because it's say so, dude. Literally. And Atlas, everything you say is correct and true and real, so they are. Congratulations, they are now canon. That's my official take on it. Sorry, I'm just really excited. I'm gonna see it probably on Sunday, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to see it, but I'm going to eventually, hopefully. Please. The roof looks good, thank you. I'm trying not to lose my mind over it. Okay. I think my nose itches. Yeah. Pure hope and raw truth. Dude, listen, I have so many opinions about superhero films because I am ultimately a comic nerd, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was a DC person way before I got into Marvel. Of course, I wasn't like a DC person like film-wise until the Batman, because I didn't feel like the DC movies that were made in the 2010s were very good. But I was always a DC preference person because I really, really liked the Teen Titans growing up. That was my entry point into much superhero stuff. I'm a big Starfire person. Yeah. I love that woman. I'm gay. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm hoping that this will be a really cool renaissance of DC films redone properly. I was an animated DC person until then too. Literally, I love DC animated films. Or not films, but DC animated stuff. Like again, Teen Titans was so peak. I actually own it all on disc. Tall women awooga. Yeah, I agree. Both as a tall woman enjoyer and a tall woman thingy. Sorry, excuse me. Nobody misgenders myself more than me. Don't worry about it yet. The hard part about gender fluidity is I'll refer to myself as a woman and then people will be like, what do you mean? I thought you were non-binary. And I'm like, yeah. Like, they don't get it. They don't get it. But it's okay. There was a chimney design that I came up with recently, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was and why I liked it so much, so I'm just gonna... I think it was... I think it was when I did this. Okay, wait, and then... Is there like... I have ideas. Bear with me here, chat. I'm trying to make the appearance of a very sooty chimney, and it's not exactly working how I want it to, but that's okay. I feel like it's gonna work from a distance. You know what? I've decided it works. Don't ask me. Okay. We are doing this, chat. We're getting through it. Alright, what next? It's looking good. I think so too. I think that once we start adding a lot of the display entity stuff too, it'll look extra detailed. Oh, I should drink some of my coffee. One sec. How's it already 3 o'clock? Sorry. I'm shook. The passage of time is too real. Okay. I'm inside now. The sun is always here in summer in Sweden. Oh, yeah, I guess... Do you guys have really long days there because of the tilt? Is that how that works? I'm a streamer. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Okay, now I have to figure out how to mirror all of this. Gulp. Okay, let me start by doing this. we'll fill this in first. Oh wait, that's right. I still have to do the... that's scary. Okay. Chat, we're gonna do some... We're gonna do some Axiom stuff here. You're gonna be very impressed with me, I swear. I think I do have to take off my shaders though real quick, because, yeah. Options, video settings, shaders. Take out the shaders for a second so that I can see the UI correctly. So, alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to select this. And we're gonna do... We're gonna Control C that. I don't wanna... Nope. I don't know why I pasted it all the way over there. We're gonna flip X, right? Okay. Okay, and then I think that's where it's supposed to go. Sorry, I'm just checking in my brain that this lines up the way that I want it to, because I actually think... Okay, it is supposed to be outwards, about 1. All right, and then we're gonna do that. And then I think I can blend everything in. I'm back. What earth-shattering events happened in the last 10 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. Stupid question, but would that affect like work schedules and stuff for me? Like, oh, are you talking about the... Are you talking about people who like deal with more Jurassic time things? Because I mean, if we're here, like as somebody who lives pretty far north here, that's like the main reason we do daylight savings. Which I feel like I go back and forth on whether or not I like daylight savings. Obviously, it doesn't really affect me because I make my own schedule, but I will say it is very difficult when you have seasonal affective disorder, which I do have, unfortunately. It's funny because I have seasonal affective disorder, but like the solution for me should not be moving to a place that is warmer. Because I can't deal with the heat. So, yeah. I used to live in the Middle East, and I used to go out with out sunscreen and come home completely fine. But in Sweden, the sun's freaking burns you. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just different. And then obviously infrastructure plays a huge role in it too. Like, whenever people... I always see people making fun of, like, British people for, you know, how hot it gets there. And then when they complain about it. And I do get it. Because, you know what? I honestly get it. Everyone makes fun of the British. And that, you know, they probably deserve it after years of imperialism. But, on the other hand, they don't have the infrastructure for that kind of heat. Which is why they, like... suffer so much when it is that hot. It's very similar here, actually, I live in an area that is very far north. I believe we are more far north than the UK, and because of like the Borealis effect or whatever it's called, we do have warmer summers in the UK, but nowadays we've been having even warmer summers than average, like almost every place on Earth, and we don't have the infrastructure for it either. So that's fun. Yeah, I Bones and I have been trying really hard to weatherproof our house as much as possible, but our house is, you know, it's older and it's designed for keeping heat in because we live in a cold climate usually. And so it kind of just means that we're really hot all of the time. The past couple of days, it's been like 90 degrees. And I think the average house here is designed to keep, like, I would say... Okay, so the average house here is designed to keep your house either 20 degrees warmer or 20 degrees cooler than it is outside. So when it's like 90 degrees here, it's normally like, when it gets into like anything above 90 degrees, it starts to get into an area where our houses don't know what to do. But also my house is definitely worse than that statistic because, like I said, it's old and stupid. Don't ask me how a house can be stupid. It just is. And yeah, so that's our little struggle. Hi Steph, how are you? I'm good. That's why I have my AC on though, if you're wondering. And you know, if you can hear the little fan in the background, especially because, oh my gosh, my computer is so hot, chat. Holy shit, my computer gets so warm. That's actually the hardest part, is like, normally I actually have a really hard time working this time of year, especially with like chiseling bits and stuff like that, because my computer gets so hot that I have to take breaks. Otherwise I just fry my CPU again. And well, as we know, that's something I've done many times. Okay, I think we are almost good to flip this. Almost. I just need to fill in the colors and stuff again. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the first time was back in 2023. And then the second time was recently, last April. But to be honest with you, chat, a large part of it comes from the fact that the newer generations of Intel chips just really aren't that great. And they're also like not set up well within their own BIOS and all that jazz and whatever computer language. And I've been wanting to, you know, step away from Intel for a while, obviously, because they are part of the boycott. And I also think that they suck booty anyways. So I wanted to move to AMD. And so I finally did that. This time I said, well, I don't care about, you know, exchanging my chip for a new one. I just want to be off of Intel chips. So yeah. I am on an AMD chip now. It has been fantastic. And you know, with Minecraft, your CPU is arguably your most important component in your computer, because Minecraft is a very CPU heavy game. Like, I would say your CPU is more important than your GPU at times. Okay, I think this is... Oh, poop. I made a mistake. It's okay. It's fixable, but it's a mistake. This is actually supposed to be... Why is it all the way over there? Oh. I didn't mean to do that. You have a pic of that side? What do you mean? Why do you have pictures and I don't? Okay. How do I move it? Move selection. Okay. No, I don't want to move. Okay, I'm struggling. Cut. Paste. There we go. Yeah. I forgot that this is supposed to be one out because this, yeah, okay. Good job, Sniff. We'll just redo all of this. That's fine. I didn't care. I didn't really care about any of that. I don't know. I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It's actually I'm blaming you guys. You guys distracted me. How dare you? Okay. In all seriousness, though. Okay. I think I've got it right this time. I'm not so sure about that, but we'll find out. And then I have to redo this bit because it needs to be from a different area. So I'll just break all that. That's fine. Would love to see your... I visited a flower garden today and took pictures with no people in them. If you guys want to see flowers, please put it in the Discord. I love flowers. And I'm sure everyone, like, as, you know, that person said, I'm sure everyone else would love to see them. I haven't been very active in the Discord recently. I apologize for that, guys. I try to pop in and say hi, but I've been so out of it these past few weeks. Like, I've been in it, I've been working, but that's, like, about the only mental capacity I have. Check your Twitter DM, Sniff? Okay. I'm gonna do it on my phone, because it's easier. Oh, did I just post the stream thing? Oh no, it was earlier. Okay. Oh my god! Let's go, Atlas! Thank you! Okay. This is huge. This is huge, chat. You know, I'm gonna be really real with you. I'm pretty sure that I, like, messed up this part in the original build, too. And that's why it's, like, covered in moss and stuff. Because I was, like... I'll just hide it. As I tend to do. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what I did here. This part doesn't even matter. I'm building more than I have to. Okay. I can totally do this. For sure. I see there is a window there. It's a good method, honestly. Chat, I love covering all of my builds in so much greenery. I know you guys know that, but I still love to do it so much. And the thing is, I mentioned this in a recent TikTok, but someone told me, they're like, Sniff, your builds remind me of Monet's house. And I was like, bet. That's gonna be my whole personality now. And how could it not? I mean, just like, what do you mean what do you mean my builds remind you of Monet's house? Also, I remember for that TikTok, I had to look up how to pronounce the town Giverny, like France, like 6 times, because I was like, I'm not gonna butcher this. I'm not gonna butcher this. Okay. I'm looking at the reference photo that Atlas so kindly shared with us. There is a portrait here, so the roof is going to be slightly different. I'm just observing. I think I did. There should be a very similar this. Yeah. Your builds remind me of the old cartoons I watched as a kid, like Secret Garden and Madeline. Aww! That's so sweet. I take a lot of inspiration from cartoons. Not even just cartoons, but like, I take a lot of inspiration from like children's media. Probably because, you know, children's media is very important to me. Okay. I think we are ready to flip this. I could add more detail here before I flip it, but I don't think I'm going to. Let me also see what I did over here. I think I also need to do the underside. I think this is also supposed to be... Okay. There's gonna be some things we'll have to fix when we flip it. Hello, Magic. Well, there's gonna be some things we have to fix when we flip it, but we can deal with that. Right now, I will just focus on the actual flipping. I'm nervous. Okay. Going back into this mode. We're going to select right here first. And I'm gonna just select that. And then we'll use this. Yep, okay. Okay, Control C, Control V. We're going to flip on the X axis. Nope, we're gonna flip on the Z axis. Alright, let me just fly around to make sure that this is correct. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I think this is. So we'll paste that. Now I will get rid of, you know, this, but I think that makes our roof more complete. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the regular nether brick and we're just going to go around and kind of place it randomly for some more variation. Oh, I'm still in 2x speed flying. One sec. I'm going to go to 1.2. Oh, also we can put on our shaders again. And everything is extremely vibrant again. Oh. It looks so pretty. What do we think, guys? I actually like this roof structure a lot more than the old one. Now, I know that the back doesn't have this piece, but I'm gonna leave it there because I like the symmetry. I don't know why I made it off-center for some reason. Probably just for funsies. You know, the whole Mastering Magic house confuses me. Your shaders load so fast. I do have a pretty nice graphics card. The one nice thing about being a content creator is that I can invest in a good PC because I kind of need to. And then I'm just like, hey, US government, it's a business write-off. And they're like, okay. You know, which means I still have to, you know, buy it, but I don't have to pay taxes on it. You get the deals, yeah. But also my hardware does break quicker normally because I use it a lot more than the average person would. So that's fun. About to throw hands with an ancient frost dragon. Wish me luck. Good luck. Be kind to it. You don't know. It could be Winnie. Oh, chat, how's it looking so far? I like how I spent this entire stream working on the roof. That's so classic of me. Honestly. A classic Snifferish move. Alright, I gotta get rid of this too. Oh my gosh, it scared the crap out of me. Hi! Hi, Haley! Hello! Welcome! I know that's not exactly how I say your name, but I'm a little bit bad at that. I apologize. I'm just assuming it is. Okay, and then... I'm assuming there's a window here. Just going off of my natural Snifferish instincts. I really need to take more photos of this place. God, it's so beautiful. I love this house. Truly a little, it just has a, you know, like I said, it's definitely a hate-love relationship, because on one hand I'm like, ew, this house, and then on the other hand I'm like, this house, heart smile. Just give us a little sneak peek, it's alright. Although, chat, maybe I'll give you a sneak peek of the house that I have been working on for the next video since I finally finished it. My nose keeps itching, chat. It's very annoying. Dragon vibes were lacking. I took the future kid. Wow. I love that song, or that song. What? No, Fire and Ice. The reason why I said that is because it's, you know, based off of the song Fire and Ice, and so my brain got confused. Now I'm trying to remember, what did I do for the roof here? Snifferish, what did you do for the roof over here? Also, one second, chat. I think I need to go grab a cardigan or something. I'm a little bit chilly, but I want to keep it cool in this room for my computer, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I totally don't remember what I did over here. I'm just making it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Since it's not, I tried to find like a very similar biome to, you know, the one in Mastering Magic, but it's not on a hill. So I'm not sure what I want to do for the front area. I'm a little bit overall unsure. I feel like I need to take a break from that and maybe work on the windows themselves. So this is where we're gonna get a little funky, chat. Okay? Bear with me here. We're gonna get a little funky. And by that I mean... Which button is it? Is it... There we go. We're gonna do some display entity stuff. Why? I don't know. Okay. It's 4. So we're gonna do this one more time. You guys can see how I build my display entity things. Okay, grouping we're gonna do within... That should group everything together. And then I should be able to duplicate this. And this is kind of how I've been doing my very strange builds recently, in terms of like ones that are, you know, with display entities and kind of look unreal. That is sort of the goal though, is for them to look a little unreal, but it is a little disorientating, and I understand why. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this again, and I think I want to do that. And then let's do create display entity. Oh wait, but what about... We'll see. I might be able to... Yeah, see, that doesn't entirely work because of how... One second. I could stretch it. It'll look a little bit awkward, but... Let's see. gonna look a little stretched and a little silly, so bear with me here. And then because these are the same width as glass, I tend to make them just slightly bigger this way as well. I know I'm doing like literal magic to everyone right now, but you just gotta go with it. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this again. Now, I'm thinking that maybe... Do I want it to just be all normal glass then? And maybe... Maybe... I also still need to put, some glass up here, so I gotta figure that out real quick. Let's do... That's not the right thing. Okay, create display entity, glass, and then we want white stained glass pane. There we go. This is kind of how I'm creating my very weird windows, so, you know, we'll group these all together in the end, and then we can duplicate it onto the other windows, essentially. Do create display entity again. We'll do... Alright, now do I want to do, like, let me see, what blocks can we play with here? Let's do this, create display entity. I could do trap door maybe? Normally I just do more of this and then I rotate it to 45 degrees and I stick it in here. And the coolest thing about building with display entities, in my opinion, is just the fact that, you know, vanilla users can still use them and access them, which I do appreciate. I like that I can do my detailed builds in my little style, but then still, like, you know, have the people who can't normally access them still access them. Okay. I think I gotta duplicate this again. Not that. I did not mean to do that. Bruh. I think I need to... Hello? I think I need to create another pole and then rotate it. One sec. Chat, I'm still new to display entities, so it's been a time. Okay, we'll do that, and then we will do... And then I'll do 45 degrees. Alright, let's try this. I love breaking this game, chat. I gotta admit, it's gotta be on my top 10 favorite things. Like, look at how cool that window looks. And then I'm going to also make window boxes. So we're gonna do, that's the wrong button. We're gonna do create display entity. I'm gonna do more pale oak. We're gonna bring this over here. Okay, so normally what I try to do when it comes to doing like display entity builds, right, is some form of wizardry, I should say, to make it so that everything still has collision the way I want it to. And I might do that. And then we'll build out, see this way, you know, you can actually walk on it. Well, then we could do... Okay, and then let's build our flower boxes. Cube game go triangle, cube game go triangle, dude. Now, for the flower boxes, I'm gonna remove that so I can see. Let's do create display entity. And let's think about this. How do I want to construct a flower box? Normally, you will use a beehive. So, like, I like to take the beehives and make, like, it's all about figuring out how I can use these block models in the most creative way possible, to be honest with you. Let me think. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. 1 second. I have to move things around now. Ugh. Okay. Now leaves. Distance. I love just trying to figure out how to construct flower boxes, not knowing what I am doing. Maybe we'll try azalea. And then... This is mildly cursed, but it's okay. And then let's add some flowers. I think the way I want to do this is create display entity, and then we're going to use the wildflowers. And we're going to do all 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically use these to... Ooh. Okay, wait. 90, there we go. They look so silly. Chad. It's okay. Just don't look at it from the side and it's okay. What else can I add to this flower box? I mean, I think this is okay for now. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group all of these together. So we're gonna do grouping range 2, group in nearby. And then let's see if I can... Hello? Let's see if I can insert this nicely into our beautiful... Just don't look at the side bit there and you're good. Let me think about that real quick. I think if I... Well, no, I'd actually prefer... Okay, wait. Let me move this real quick again. Let me do quickly grouping ungroup children, which this is gonna be a mess now. Oh gosh. Where is... Okay. And then we're gonna grouping ungroup children again. This is creating a mess. This is fine. I'm totally fine. Oh, stiff. Okay. Grouping. Okay, let's try that. This should prevent the clipping that we were seeing earlier. Well, there will still be clipping with the windowsill itself. So what we can do... There we go. There's our window chat. Oh, sorry I've been very focused on this chat. It's just how it goes. Okay. Now now I have to do the shutters. Now for the shutters, I think I want to group all of this together first and do the shutters separately. And what this should allow me to do is I should be able to duplicate this and bring it up here. And just like that, it's up here. Of course, I need to fix the glass since I decided on something different, but that's okay. Oh, that's not a... I'll have to figure out what I want to do about the window boxes since they're a little bit different here because we don't have this part. They might get a little bit of a different style. We'll see. And then we'll do the same over here. Duplicate. Oh my god, chat, it looks so cool. I just need to fix the window. I think it's gonna be easiest to do that from the... Why do I have monsters on? Like... There we go. Okay. Let's then do some shutters. Since up here, this will be our non-shutter window, because eventually I might attach the shutters to the window entity itself, because the less display entities we have, the less laggy it is. Okay, how I built my shutters last time was I utilized the hanging signs. Oh, poop. Remove. Oh wait, no, I did do it like that, didn't I? Okay, wait, create display entity, and then we'll do sign. We'll do hanging sign. North, additional settings. Okay, Now let's rotate this 90 degrees. We're going to duplicate it. I'm trying to grab onto this one. Oh, is that not the one that I duplicated? Never mind, it was this one. Okay. Now we're going to create another display entity, and we're going to use the oak fence gate. Well, not the oak fence gate, but the fence gate. That should add a little bit of detail. Yo, Peach Pit. I love Peach Pit. One of my favorite bands, for sure. I did not mean to do that. Why did it do that? No, I had it perfect. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sleepy Panda Rose. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm doing display entity stuff right now, and I'm just very lost. I mean, I'm not lost, but I am trying my darndest to not not freak out. Okay. If I duplicate this one, maybe this should be the, yeah, there we go. Okay, this is gonna make a thick shutter. Thank you so much for the raid, though. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna remove this because I'm just gonna do some silliness here. Oh, wait. Okay. I think that should be about, yeah, there we go. That's one thick shutter. It's okay though. It just works. How's it going? It's good. I haven't streamed in a very long time, so lovely viewers of Sleepy Panda Rose, I apologize if I seem a little bit rusty in the streaming area. Right now we're just chilling, listening to music. I'm rebuilding a house that I did for my YouTube series in vanilla Minecraft, and I know what you're thinking. That doesn't look like vanilla Minecraft. You are currently moving around pieces. Well, it is. Rest assured. And we're just, again, being silly. I'm trying to make shutters right now. Basically, this is an aspect of Minecraft called display entities. It's a very strange bit, but it works. Yeah. I think there are a lot of lurkers in my chat today. Well, no worries. That's not the right button. Create display entity. Mangrove. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, chat, actually, is we're gonna group this together. And we'll have the pane separate from the, whatever this is. The connector is kind of what I call it. And the reason for this is so that we can make the shutters open at various angles. I didn't mean to duplicate that. Are you serious? Are you... Oh my god. Grouping ungrouped children. And now it's grouped in... It's fine. It's fine. It's definitely... This definitely isn't an issue. I definitely didn't just mess something up. I'm just gonna you go over there. You're all forbidden and must go over there. The reason why this is so important, chat, by the way, is because the anchor point of the display entity can really affect its shading. So that's why I'm not so happy about that doing that. But here's how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to introduce a new display entity, and we're going to use its anchor point. We're going to do grouping. Group a nearby range. There we go. Now it's fixed. And we'll bring these guys back. There we go. Whew. It's fine. I'm fine. I survived. All right, let's bring this over here. And then we'll just install our shutters. To do that, I'm going to place these guys first. Going to duplicate this. That's not... Did I duplicate the wrong thing? I did. Okay, we'll just put that over there then. Okay. And then I'm gonna angle this at about... Yeah, I'm gonna do 45. I'm gonna... Or, well, let's do 40. And then what I love about this chat is it makes the chains look like they're hinges. Yeah, look at how cool that looks. Oh, it looks so magical. Sorry, I get so excited. I get so excited when the display entities do display entity things. I'm gonna move this 180 first. And then, what did I do? 40? So that'd be negative 40. Okay. It does look magical, thank you. Okay. I think I have my open shutters complete. Oh my god, chat. Oh, little bat. Okay, now I'm gonna do the closed, not the closed shutters, but the flat shutters. Dude, I can't get 180. Brother. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. The variation does make it look very whimsical. Good. That's the goal. The goal is to create variation and then for it to look more natural because of that. All right, we're gonna duplicate the windows and bring them over here. I'm gonna replace these guys from the inside. It's just a little bit easier. Because I'm worried about it grouping with, you know, the window accidentally, I'm just going to take this and move it this way. And then we're gonna group them and then move them back. Whew. I'm gonna do the same with this guy. I'm just gonna move it. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna move it this way. I'm gonna move this one. There we go. And then what I can do now is I can duplicate this and bring it all the way over here. Oh my god, chat. It is so beautiful. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna... I did not mean to duplicate that. We're just gonna move this. And this. I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna group in nearby range. And now what I can do is I can also mix and match shutters being open. I like this a lot, chat. It looks very beautiful. I put a secret sniffer somewhere in the house. Thank you. I'm honored to be in your Minecraft house. I think I can just do this one. Yep. And there we go. We have the bottom windows and the bottom shutters done. I'm actually so happy, chat. This looks so good. I think it's going to be a very, very beautiful build. And I think I can also duplicate. A little screeny. Okay, don't ask why I took like 16. I just did. Okay, I'm actually gonna end it there just for stream today because I have some stuff to do. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for like 2 hours. Obviously, I will tell you guys when this is a completed build and will be up on my Patreon for download. Hopefully, you guys should hear from me soon on YouTube. Like I said, we're working very hard on this video right now. I'm actually probably gonna get off of stream to go work on it some more after I finish my coffee and after all that jazz. So I'm trying to figure out who I want to raid. But please stay because we are going to raid Mr. Watermunch himself. If I can, I have to go to my own chat. This is embarrassing. There we go. Okay, can you guys all please join that? And Watermunch is doing a, like, Watermunch is doing a charity stream, so please make sure to join